Hi there, my name is Julia Hurst, and I think 21st century teachers should know the importance of social skills training for students. Hey, I know this might be uncomfortable, but I want you to think back to a time that was socially awkward. Maybe your fly was undone in front of a group of people. Maybe you asked a woman how far along in her pregnancy she was, only to find out that she wasn't pregnant at all. Or maybe you had an argument with a friend, or even a stranger. Well, I have a question for you to think about. How did you know how to deal with these situations successfully? I want to argue that you were taught, either through life experience or through someone teaching you what to do. What you were taught are called social skills. Unfortunately, not everyone is taught them well, and may be labelled as awkward, rude, or just plain ignorant of the social environment around them. Are you socially well developed? If you are thinking of becoming a teacher, then the answer is you probably are well developed in your social skills, and for the sake of your students, I hope you are. So why are social skills relevant to the 21st century teacher today? Well, your students might be lacking in social skills, and that is okay because they are young and haven't experienced much of life yet, so we really shouldn't blame them, but we should be preparing them by explicitly teaching them social skills. Social skills should be taught to all students, not just the loud students or the quiet students, because all students can benefit from social skills training. So what are these benefits anyway? Well, they are fourfold. Students that have well-developed social skills have been shown to be more successful academically. Students with well-developed social skills may still get bullied, but they will be able to cope far better than someone with weak social skills. Those with well-developed social skills are more likely to have meaningful friendships, which is linked to resilience in hard times. Students with well-developed social skills integrate into society far more easily. So what are social skills? Well, let's first look at what they are not. Having well-developed social skills does not necessarily mean that you will be extroverted. And having well-developed social skills does not mean that you will necessarily have lots of friends. Really, it's quality over quantity. So what are social skills? There are many different ideas of what counts as a social skill, but just to list a few, there's cooperation, self-control, confidence to stand up for one's beliefs, empathy, and being responsible. To explore this further, I have a question for you. Think about a person that you know who you think has good social skills. What are they like? So now that I've convinced you that social skills are really, really important for students, and what social skills actually are, how can we as teachers teach students social skills? Well, like any other skill, social skills are just that. They're skills, which means we have to allow students the opportunity to practice these skills and to get better at them. As a teacher, this can be done in a few ways: in class and out of class. So by now you should be thinking, since this is so beneficial, why aren't all teachers doing this? And you're right, it is beneficial. But often teachers in schools already feel the squeeze of academic performance, sports performance, and the curriculum, that there seems that there is barely any time for explicit teaching of social skills. Furthermore, some schools run on a pretty tight budget and don't have the means to run these courses school-wide. However, if teachers do a good job of helping students have better social skills, all those things actually become easier. It's a long-term investment, which you may not see the benefits of straight away, but in the long run for both you and your students, it's definitely worth it. So what are some techniques that can be used to train students in social skills? Well, since the idea of explicitly teaching social skills is relatively new in education, people are coming up with new ideas on how to teach these skills all the time. But here are just a few. You could read a book and ask about the character choices. Literature is incredibly powerful. You could create scenarios where students have to talk about how they would cope in these situations. This allows students to explore options without having to deal with real-life consequences. You could create role plays. This helps students get into the shoes of others and increases understandings between different groups of people. You could create some virtual activities. This is something new and has been used to engage students where they're at. There are also heaps of programs and literature out there. But whatever you choose to do, the most important thing is that students are actively involved and that there are many training sessions rather than just a one-off. So the take-home message is, social skills are important for students to develop, and we shouldn't assume that most students will have these skills. And even if students already have good social skills, they can always be refined and worked on. This work will create students that are more likely to be socially capable in many different contexts, and will improve their chances at a self-fulfilling and happy life. So teachers, do it. The worst that can happen is that a student will hear what they've heard before, and the best that can happen is that you will change the life of a student, which is definitely something that we 21st century teachers should be on about. Well, thanks for watching my video. I learned a lot making it, and I hope you learnt something watching it.